Hello, Royal Family. It's Queen J, and I felt called to share a journal entry with y'all. So, I have been doing what I'm calling a rainbow fast for the past like 6, 7 weeks, and I still have a couple weeks to go. And why it's called a rainbow fast is because I am focusing on opening and balancing my chakras, my energy centers. And I'll make another video some other time to further explain and go into what chakras are. Um, but yeah, so each week I've been focusing on a specific energy center. The first 3 weeks was mostly focused on food, color therapy, herbs that align with the energy of those chakras. And it kind of changed a little bit. So let me just go into the journal entry. So first of all, it's very interesting. Today is the opening of the Lionsgate portal. Completely off topic, but I wrote it in my journal. A video for another day. Yeah. So I have spent the past 6, 7 weeks on a rainbow fast with the intentions of opening and balancing my chakras. It's been quite the journey. I wish I would have journaled throughout, specifically focusing on my behaviors, energies, and messages I received. But here we are today. The first 3 weeks were straightforward, using a book called The Self-Care Package for Foods to Eat, Herbs to Use, etc. Those chakras simply needed balancing. First 3 chakras is your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus. Those 3 chakras, they simply needed balancing and continue to need fine-tuning, as it's a continual journey, taking life one day at a time with no quick and easy fixes. I focused my energies and practices on these centers before, so it was nothing new. When I got to the heart and throat chakras, the game changed. Heart and throat, self-explanatory. Those 2 weeks I was on Terry's farm. It was pretty great, besides the intense physical responses showing me how those energy centers were closed and needed opening. I had a severe allergy turned bronchitis reaction that caused me to focus on those centers for another 2 weeks. This week being week 2. The wedding weekend, my mom's wedding weekend, was extremely healing for my heart chakra. Forgiveness was the theme, to give to others and to myself. I also did a 36-hour talking fast, fasting from talking, no talking for 36 hours, which relieved my bronchitis symptoms. I continue to practice the lessons of my heart chakra, along with occasional visits from other energy centers, while focusing on my throat. Which my throat, for me, the themes and lessons has been in communication, expression, and the biggest one is listening. As I open this center, I see themes arising for the next energy center, which is my first eye. So I want to go over and discuss and explain some of this, because I do a lot of like shorthand and quick journal entries, which I should probably do more in depth, because this is a journal that I want to pass down to my kids. I have a lot of different journals that I want to, I take notes to eventually write books from. I take notes so I can look back on and see how far I've come and look at different messages on my journey. And I also take notes for people in my family, or eventually if I'm called to have kids, for to pass down for them to learn from my journey. So yes, I should have brought the book out here. I actually meant to. I'm gonna go get it. So these two books have been my holy grail when it comes to learning, studying, and practicing about and for my chakras, my energy centers. So the first one is The Key to the Chakras from Root to Crown, Advice and Exercises to Unlock Your True Potential. I found this, I think, Barnes & Noble in Georgia. I spent the summer out in Atlanta right out of college helping take care of my grandma. And me and my aunt went to a bookstore and I found this. And I haven't even finished it. I also haven't touched it in like a year. This has been in California for the past year and I just got it back during the wedding weekend. Sorry for all the noise in the background. Hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, I just got this back from California and this spent a year out there. So I have not touched this and I would definitely be diving back into this to further study. And this chapter is the key to assessing your chakras. But anywho, take note of this book. It should be easy to find. This was my first book on chakras, and this was a great introduction to your energy centers. This is the book that I use for that. Self-care package, Healing Through the Chakras. This is by a artist called, his name is Londrelle. He is a poet and he makes a lot of like spiritual music, a lot of meditation music as well. Look him up, Londrelle. He was another pivotal point in my journey when I was living out in Atlanta, a different time period. I was living out there a year ago, 2 years ago, year and a half ago. And I was introduced to him, and life changer. He really, listening to his music, his meditations, and getting this book definitely helped me do some rough paths in my spiritual journey. So this book is like, each chapter is, as you can see, I'm currently on heart chakra for the past week or so, between heart and throat. But this book gives you yoga poses, it gives you mudras, which is like hand signs, to kind of enhance energy that focus on these chakra systems. Gives you food like fruits and vegetables, herbs, aromatherapy, signs of imbalance, signs of balance of each chakra. It's just a lot of tools in here. Like I said, these two have been my holy grail.